Peer Pugilist, what's up? How you doing? It's Myron Magnus. Boxing Logic. Um, there's a lot of talk of like the people behind the scenes. You know what I mean? But today, or tonight, I should say, I want to focus on who is Shelly Finkel. Okay, and I'm resorting to our wonderful, wonderful um, place of information. A little questionable, but I think this is pretty valid, and that is Wikipedia. Okay, and this guy Shelly Finkel has an interesting career, and connects him with a lot of the major um, significant things that's happening in boxing right now through a lot of ways that's direct and indirect. So check this out with me. You know, let's see who's the man behind the name and the man behind Deontay Wilder. Okay. Sheldon Shelly Finkel. Sheldon Shelly Finkel, born June 27th, June 27th, 1944, is an American boxing and music manager and promoter. An American boxing and music manager and promoter. Finkel received the Boxing Writers Association of America Manager of the Year Award in 1990 and 1993. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2010. Finkel now currently serves as the chairman of strategy and entertainment for Livestyle, 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 not lifestyle, but Livestyle. Again, Finkel now currently serves as the chairman of strategy and entertainment for Livestyle. Music career. Finkel started his music career through Action House nightclub in 1967, and many famous bands such as Cream and The Doors performed there. Excuse me. Finkel promoted shows with The Doors, The Who, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and the Chambers Brothers. He created with partner Jimmy Coplick Summer Jam at Watkins Glen. At Jimmy Coplick Summer Jam at Watkins Glen, which drew a record crowd of 600,000. To see the performance of the Allman Brothers Band, The Band, and the Grateful Dead. Finkel also managed acts such as Vanilla Fudge, and Mountain before moving into boxing in the late 1970s. Boxing career. Finkel got into professional boxing in 1980. It says though before moving into boxing in the late 70s. Now, boxing career. Say he got into boxing in 1980 when he helped several Golden Gloves fighters turn pro. He would later take several of the biggest fighters from the 80s and 90s pro at once. He would later take several of the biggest fighters from the 80s and 90s pro at once. And I have details on that. Following the 1984 Summer Olympics and the pro debut of Mark Breland. Shelly Finkel was the manager of Mark Breland signed him immediately after 1984 Olympics. Isn't Mark Breland now the trainer for Deontay Wilder? Interesting. All we're doing right now is connecting the dots. We're connecting the dots to this web, okay, of the boxing industry, a certain sector of the boxing industry, and certain players behind the scenes have quite amount of influence. Following, let me back up a little bit. Following the 1984 Summer Olympics, he would later take several of the biggest fighters from the 80s and 90s pro at once. Following the 1984 Summer Olympics and the pro debuts of Mark Breland, Evander Holyfield, Pernell Whitaker, Tyrell Biggs, and Meldrick Taylor. Fighters he has managed also include Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, who just now signed with PBC, Evander Holyfield, Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, Mike McCallum, and Alex Ramos. During Finkel's boxing career, he put together many large pay-per-view events, including Mike Tyson versus Michael Spence on June 27th, 1988, the largest pay-per-view event as of that date. He also organized Howard Stern's Miss Howard Stern New Year's Eve, which was one of the most profitable non-sports pay-per-view events in history. He also organized Howard Stern's Miss Howard Stern New Year's Eve, which was one of the most profitable non-sports pay-per-view events in history. Back to music. After managing boxing for more than 30 years, Finkel left boxing in June 2010, saying he wasn't enjoying himself anymore. Finkel joined New York-based sports and entertainment company The Empire as CEO after leaving boxing. Finkel announced that The Empire would work to become an entertainment company known for promoting the best events in the concert. Though announcing his retirement from boxing in 2010, he continued to act as advisor to Vitaly Klitschko and Vladimir Klitschko. Since leaving the Empire in 2012, Finkel founded SFX Entertainment with Robert Sillerman and took on many roles in the company from president to vice president. When SFX restructured in 2016 and emerged with a new name, Lifestyle. So Lifestyle before was called SFX, okay, after it restructured its company. Finkel remained in his role and continues to be one of the leading EDM promoters in his position as chairman, strategy and entertainment. And I got to look up EDM, what that stands for, because it doesn't specify. And Wikipedia, it highlights certain things that you should press on that will take you to another page so you can get more detail on that, which is highlighted. But it doesn't do it here for EDM. But that's another subject. Continuing boxing management. Next chapter. After leaving the Empire, Finkel returned to boxing management at the same time as he built the XFX business, managing such fighters as Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko. So, Finkel was managing Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko, which I said in the previous two videos ago, okay, which will make some sense. And also, since he managed Evander Holyfield, before I go on to that, let me read something else for you. Finkel received awards and honors. Finkel received the Boxing Writers Association of America Manager of the Year Award in 1993. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2010. In 2013, he was inducted into the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame. In 2015, Finkel was inducted into the Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame. Do you think by him being such a power player in New York, evidently, that there is some connection with Finkel having some connection with so many boxing events going on at the Barclays Center right now? I'm just asking the question. Is there some connection there? Me, I would think so. Just he built so much of a business relationships with people in New York, because that he runs a business based out of New York. It would make a lot of sense. I wonder if he let's continue. Mild-mannered manager, Shelly Finkel. Check this out. So, is it also ironic, before I add on, that Finkel is that ironic or a coincidence that Finkel managed Mark Breland once he came out of the Olympics? He managed his pro debut all the way through. And is that a coincidence that he now, or should I say Mark Breland now, is the trainer for Deontay Wilder, who Shelly Finkel manages? This is a web here, and you got to untangle this. You know what I'm saying? Put these pieces to the puzzle together. Connect the dots. IBHOF profile. Also, the fact that let's see something here. Now, I went to the International Boxing Hall of Fame page, the IBHOF.com. Born June 27, 1944, in New York, New York. So Sheldon Shelly Finkel was born in New York. A former rock and roll manager, promoter, Vanilla Fudge, and Mountain, Finkel branched out to the sport of boxing and began promoting amateur bouts in 1978. So he started out promoting amateur bouts. He soon found his niche as manager, guiding Alex Ramos when he turned pro in 1980, after capturing 4 New York Golden Glove titles. Finkel began adding fighters to his roster, including junior middleweight Tony Ayala Jr., junior middleweight Johnny Bumpus, and heavyweights Mitch Green. Ain't that the motherfucker was talking all that shit to Tyson, and Tyson bust his eye, eventually knocking his ass out, also in the ring? Interesting. And also Tony Tucker, another fighter Tyson beat. He formed a partnership with Hall of Famer Lou Duva, and in 1984 signed Olympic medalist Pernell Whitaker, Evander Holyfield, Meldrick Taylor, Mark Breland, and Tyrell Biggs. It's funny how they don't put all the people he has signed all in one place. You got to go to different sites and everything to see everybody he's actually managed and have his hands on, or have a personal relationship with, I should say. A personal relationship with. Widely respected for his business acumen, strategy, and entertainment, and sharp eye for talent. Finkel is the head of Shelly Finkel Management and has advised or managed Mike McCallum, Michael Moore, too, Vinny Pazienza, Mike Tyson, and current heavyweight champion Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko, among many, many others. In 1993, he was awarded the he was awarded the All Buck Award by the Boxing Writers Association of America for Manager of the Year. And that's from IBHOF Hall of Fame, International Boxing Hall of Fame. He's inducted into National Boxing Hall of Fame, as well as the New York Boxing Hall of Fame and Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame. Mr. Shelly Finkel. Wow. Now, since he have such a close relationship to Evander Holyfield, does that perhaps, is it a coincidence or is it ironic that Holyfield was one of the main speakers, only heavyweight, I should say, the only heavyweight and only, should I say, boxer out of the Boxing Hall of Fame that's currently get interviews and still in the get media in the media light today. Is it a coincidence that Evander Holyfield speak highly of Deontay Wilder? Is it possible? It's just a speculation. Is it possible he's doing a friend doing a favor for a close friend and manager of his, Mr. Shelly Finkel? It's just speculation. I don't know. Because I know of all the people, there's only Evander Holyfield's all of the boxers that's retired and the greats that spoke up on behalf of Deontay Wilder. And of course, they both have a close personal relationship with Shelly Finkel. And the dots connect. He brought out Mark Braylon at the same time out of the 1984 Olympics that he brought out Evander Holyfield. So is it also ironic or a coincidence that Mark Braylon, who has a very close personal and business relationship, managerial relationship with Mark Braylon, that Mark Braylon also is now the trainer for Deontay Wilder? Interesting. Now, one thing he dealing with music, Mark Braylon, he also, from what I read, Mark Braylon also had a short stint in a little bit of acting, a short stint acting career, and appeared in a number of videos, like the Pointer Sisters. And I was doing some research, and I'm trying to find, is there a connection between the Pointer Sisters and Shelly Finkel? I haven't dig deep in that, but I'm going to go look up the Pointer Sisters and find that out, because then that's connecting the dots here. This guy, Shelly Finkel, who is a CEO of Strategy and Entertainment, definitely a smart man. He definitely has, when you've been in the business since the entertainment business in general, since the late 60s, then you created quite a few bit of connections in the world of entertainment, and boxing is entertainment. And Deontay Wilder, Mark Braylon was Billions actor. I heard Deontay Wilder in an interview with a young lady said he planned on getting into acting and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's a coincidence. That might have been a pitch to him by Shelly Finkel as well. Like, brother, if you listen to me, do what I have to say, you're going to do so much more than just boxing. You're going to be an actor. I'm going to get you in movies. I'm going to get you in everything. It's quite interesting, though. We're going to dig in this to some more, people. For what I've read, you connect the dots and please do your own research. But it seemed like this guy, Shelly Finkel, keeps the boxing corner in areas where he has the strongest relationships at, and probably has the best deals. And probably where he has his hands on and come out the pocket the least amount himself, but get the greatest returns back. Because it might not, since it's not ironic that the PBC fights so many of their fights in the Barclays Center, and Shelly Finkel company is based out of New York. Everything he's done has been based out of New York. He's a New York guy. He's born and raised in New York, New York. You know what? I'm going to share something right now. I'm going to end this up. Do you think Shelly Finkel actually runs the PBC and Al Heyman is just a figurehead? It's just a question. Y'all think about that. This is Myron Magnus, and you listen to a segment of Pure Pugilism, Boxing Logic. I love y'all.